Well, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us here on AccuWeather Weekend. I'm Bree.
And I'm Constanzer. We've been talking about the cold coming through, and it's started to arrive in some spots across the nation.
Yeah, we had a weaker storm push in across the East Coast yesterday. I found myself driving right through that drizzly rain up and down parts of I-95, maybe the Mid-Atlantic, up through parts of the Northeast. Though that just set the stage. We have an Arctic air mass that's settling in, and we are tracking some snow now moving into the east.
You can see that's just getting started across the Ohio Valley, parts of Kentucky into Tennessee. That's where the snow is, and also rain offshore. But as this cold air dives through the nation, it is making a huge difference.
Yeah, a big difference. New York, where we were seeing some rain yesterday. Unfortunately, the cold air returns again. I know we just haven't been able to shake this frigid pattern, at least through most of this winter so far. This heavy snow is expected to start to fall at least Sunday midday, and this goes through Sunday night as we are tracking our storm, and it's set to strengthen as it makes its way up the East Coast. Now, this is going to be a dangerous situation. At least it has the potential to, because we're talking 1 to 2 inches per hour. That's our snowfall rate, and that's going to greatly reduce visibility, also create big slick spots on the road, and we'll even see that accumulation on the highway. So I know those areas are mostly treated first, or most of the time treated first. You're going to want to make sure that you are staying weather aware. Take it slow on the roads. Let's play this out for you, because here comes that big batch of snow. It's going to be moving in again midday Sunday, even seeing some bands pushing off of the Great Lakes, more lake in hand snow there behind this. But this storm is fast moving. It slides up the East Coast pretty quickly. This is by Monday morning. A lot of that action is on its way out of here, but while it is a quick moving storm, we are going to be seeing lots of snow. We could even see a few areas reaching upwards to 6 to 12 inches. That's upwards to a foot. Your AccuWeather Local Storm Max sits at 15 inches, and even up and down parts of the I-95 corridor, parts of I-80, I-90, going to be seeing some big snow, Melissa, at least as we head into Monday morning.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a bit of snow out there, which is going to be followed by a lot of cold. So we are concerned, at least in some areas, of a rapid freeze up on roadways. Untreated surfaces could be a huge problem around Denver this morning, and a few other challenges just because they are cleaning up from the snow. I think the I-95 corridor is the biggest concern, as we expect major flight cancellations today due to all of the snow potential there on the I-95 corridor. 2024 was officially the hottest year on record, making it 2 years in a row that the global temperatures have shattered records. In this week's Climate in the News, AccuWeather Senior Director of Forecasting Dan DePod and AccuWeather climate expert Brett Anderson take a look at how climate change continues to impact the planet. As you take a look at California, obviously they've been dealing with drought. They are still dry as this cool onshore flow comes in. It's helped to bring clouds back in, up the relative humidity, but we stay dry for days to come. So the problem will be, as this ridge keeps no sign of precipitation in sight for California pretty much, we will, anytime the winds shift offshore, which they do early week, have a fire risk again. Extreme cold. Well, of course, across the South, as we head through the start of the week, the end of the weekend, 29 the high in Oklahoma City, 34 in Little Rock. You can tell that cold air is coming in on some strong winds in places like New Orleans. And for Monday, 43 is the high there. 34 in Atlanta makes it a bit above freezing. But watch this moisture building across Texas. Corpus Christi, it starts to get going as rain, but things change for some parts of the Lone Star State. You can see that moisture building. This is a new low working its way into Texas, providing not only rain, but ice and snow as it brings that moisture through heading into Monday evening. We're not finished with it yet, because you can see it continues to recharge its build as it kind of keeps that slant then across the southern U.S., providing snow to states like Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and there's even some potential across Florida, because this low will wind up as it moves up the eastern coast, creating some very big potentials for ice or snow to accumulate here. And this is going to be some big time problems heading into the late week. But first, we've got to get through this early week storm, which shows you that ice potential here across the South, including for southern Georgia into northern Florida. This can lead to power outages because we have severe icing threat. And Then even through the Gulf Coast, we're still looking at significant ice potential. Freezing rain, sleet will be our biggest concerns. Like I said, it will lead to some power outages. On top of it all, the south